You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
All right. Welcome back to the Cool Veteran Radio Show. I'm your host, Charles Whitehead, and on my line here, I have Martha Varela. She is the Executive Director of the Paralyzed Veterans of America, California chapter. I'm the president. And so today we're going to give you some more good stuff here on the Cool Veteran Show, where the topics are hot and the people are cool. All right. Martha, you there?
I'm here.
All right, Martha. We're going to give you some interesting things today, talk about some of the important things like our sponsors and people who are kind of giving us the backing and things like this. And so today we're rounding out Christmas coming around. I mean, the holidays are in full force now. So let's get with it. Martha, tell us some of the things that you've been involved with. I know what you've been involved with, but give the people a little bit of our backdrop as far as what we're doing and who's supporting us.
Absolutely. As Charles mentioned, my name is Martha Varela. I'm the Executive Director of the Paralyzed Veterans of America, California chapter. We're located in the Long Beach VA hospital, where we have been for over the last 50 years. This organization is very unique in that the nonprofit organization has been around since 1946, advocating for the disability rights, healthcare needs of America's veterans who came back shortly after World War II with spinal cord injury. Nowadays, we have included veterans who have MS and ALS into the membership, but we do a lot of really good things to ensure that America's veterans are getting their health care needs met and their civil rights are being honored. So, as part of that, one of our gracious sponsors this year is the Southern California Edison. And as Charles mentioned, the holidays are upon us. So there is some tips and pointers that Southern California Edison wanted us to share with our membership in regards to decorating safely this holiday season. And again, just to ensure that you can still be festive and have a fire-safe holiday season as you're decorating our homes and yards and making California beautiful this holiday season. Again, some people celebrate and start decorating before Thanksgiving. If you're one of those people, that's great. If you're like me and you're kind of trying to get it together before the last 12, 15 days of Christmas, that's all right too. So some of the tips that they really want people to pay attention to are the lights. So making sure that you check the bulbs. I know it sounds kind of trivial, but making sure that the bulbs aren't broken, that there isn't any that are missing that might cause fire hazards. Back in the day, they used to have different kind of bulbs, so now there's a new style of bulbs that don't get as hot when you light them up or plug them in. Those are the best bulbs to use, the ones that don't get hot. So if you do got the older style bulbs, you may want to reconsider replacing them with new, safer bulbs. So that's kind of one thing. And again, the recommendation is to unplug them before you go to sleep. Don't leave them on overnight because, unfortunately, that's when the fire hazards start. So a couple of tips there according to the lights. And, again, according to the National Fire Protection Association, U.S. fire departments respond to an estimated average of 835 home structure fires each year that begin with decorations, including the Christmas trees. So of the fires that did include the Christmas trees, 41% involved some kind of electrical or lighting equipment. So although it may not sound like a big deal, and, again, we're experts at the decorating stuff, again, according to the National Fire Protection Association, unfortunately, they do respond to too many of these calls that they shouldn't. So just a couple of tips to throw out there for you
Now,
guys.
when you say the bulbs that don't burn as much, you talk about LEDs, right?
Well, those old style
Right. No, I mean,
strip lights, the older style ones used to be the glass,
yes, with the
and
little
they would
coil.
break and, kind of cut your fingers sometimes, even when you take them out of the bag to redecorate. So they're kind of urging you to replace the older style bulbs with the newer models that are plastic, and they're a different kind of light, so
That's
they
the
don't get hot.
LEDs. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they don't heat up.
Believe it or not, in my house, the bulbs were replaced with LED lights. So
Yeah.
they burn less energy. They're bright. You can keep them on all day, all night, whatever, and your bill just won't go up skyrocket
Right.
because you have a
And
60.
then the other thing too, besides the bulb, big of a problem, is the extension cord.
Yes.
So again, we kind of get used to those cheapy, ones that aren't really the best. They're recommending that you use, for added safety, you use the power strip with the built-in surge and overload protection. Even if it is, for the string lights and your Christmas tree, it is the safest, suggestion that they have, to just really make sure that those extension cords are certified for electrical safety. Because again, we probably, and I know I'm guilty of it, have a ton of the ones that we used to use. Again, those older models, those little brown or green cords, not the safest ones. And they say that, again, nationally, about 17% of home decoration fires occur in December. So there is a direct correlation with the Christmas holiday decorations. And again, making sure to inspect all those lights, the decorations, and those cords, both indoors and outdoors, believe it or not, before you actually start, leaving them on for hours at a time when you're, out doing your shopping or away at, doing whatever it is you do during the December months. But two big things to pay attention to.
Let me add one to
Sure.
that. Recently, I saw on the news, and I don't know if you saw it, but there was a dog that took somebody's iPad or tablet or whatever it was, chewed it up, and it sparked a fire in the house. The dogs ran and got out, and there was two dogs and a cat or something like that. But I was like, I mean, who would have thought? A dog can start chewing up I don't remember if it was a computer or a tablet or whatever, but, fires, boom, and it started a fire. So, anything electrical can be very dangerous if it's got enough wattage.
Absolutely. And then also, even when, I think sometimes we think that because we're decorating outside, the risk for a fire hazard is less likely, right? More so when we're decorating indoors. But there's also, again, the caution for the power lines, making sure, you're not using any electrical tools, digging down too deep into the ground, and not nailing those light strips to the fixtures or to the windows or to your house, because that can also become a fire hazard. And as you mentioned, the LED lights are best, whether it's indoor or outdoor. And then people are also switching to those away from candles as well. I know sometimes we don't really think about candles too often, but switching to the flameless candles is also recommended.
I have some of those LED candles with the remote control. You can change the color. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, definitely a safer option. So again, those are some tips, and for electrical safety and around the holidays and decorating from our sponsor, the Southern California Edison. So we want to thank them for making sure that they spread this important information to our members and non-members alike as we move into the last leg of the holiday season, 2024.
That's great, and if anyone's looking for more information, like if you want to get in touch with Martha or myself, you can call us at the office. It's area code 562-826-5713, or you can send us an email at info@pvacc.org. Is that right, Martha? You have to keep me in.
Yes, that is correct. And you can also visit the Southern California Edison website for more information as well. And their website for this particular portion is energize.edison.com. More tips and suggestions for how to decorate for this holiday season and keep safety as a number one priority.
Can you repeat that just for somebody who may?
Yes, the website again is energize.edison.com.
All right, Energize. Okay, cool. And so go ahead on with your next tip. There are plenty of tips. You get enough tips, people might think, hey, okay, let's give us tips. We take those. So.
Sure, absolutely. And we just wanted to kind of let the membership know that as we're moving into times, unfortunately, with the inclement weather, we're seeing, what did we see the other day? A huge earthquake, 7.0 earthquake up north, right? It looked like there was going to be some potential tsunami warnings that got taken away. But as we see, again, more of the inclement weather, unfortunately, the fires and being in the fire zone, we wanted to bring attention to the resources that Southern California Edison provides. And in particular for the PVA members that may be listening that have life-saving equipment, whether it's their medical equipment for their wheelchairs, power chairs, breathing equipment, beds, things that require electricity. If you have not called in to Southern California Edison to have a conversation with them about what your medical needs are, it's really important that you do so for a couple of reasons. It's easy for them to get a better understanding of what your needs are, knowing ahead of time, like I mentioned, if you have what your specific electrical needs are. So again, for your power wheelchairs, your air conditioning units, breathing, your beds, medical equipment like that, things like that, because then they can get you the best plan available, but there's also perks when they know that you are in need of certain medical equipment. So, for example, there is a generator that can be provided to you free of charge. Now, there are a limited amount of them available, so you need to call right away and have that conversation with Southern California Edison. But in the event of a power shutoff, so when the fires start spreading, in particular in the fire zones, the power company intentionally shuts off the power. Again, if they don't know that you are in need of this, electricity or for your specific healthcare needs, they won't know this. Now, again, if you have a conversation with them, you may be eligible to get a free generator. There are some backup batteries that are available to help you, again, in the event of a power shutoff during a wildfire. So it's really important that you get a hold of them, have a conversation, let them know, again, what your electrical needs are, to see if you qualify for this backup battery and or generator. But there's also perks to the bill. So you'll get discounts on your bill and get put on a different plan. So then again, it keeps Southern California Edison better connected to their constituents and their customers based on what your needs are.
Are these perks? Is anyone eligible for these perks, or is it?
Yes.
Certain.
Everyone is eligible.
Everyone. That's even better.
Yep. And again, it's if you have, specific healthcare needs that revolve around, the electricity. So if you've got, breathing equipment, your power wheelchairs that need to be charged,
yes.
Specific medical equipment that you need electricity for. Those are the members that they're really looking to, spread this information to, connect with, so that they make sure that in the event of these power shutoffs, particularly due to the wildfires, that they're not putting anyone else in harm's way by not, by cutting your power off, not knowing that, you need that power for your medical equipment. So, again, it's really important for you to reach out to them, have a conversation with them about what your needs are, electrical needs are, and see, again, if you qualify for some of these this extra equipment, and then at a minimum, a discount on your bill.
Well, that's great. We're going to go into our first break. When we come back, we'll be giving you some more information on some of these tips and resources. So we'll see you in 2 minutes.
KCAA Radio has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio, where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation, or call our CEO for details, 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
All right, we're back. We're back again. Charles Whitehead here, and I have Martha Varela, co-host, on the line, and we're talking about some of the tips and things that Southern California Edison has out. Martha has a list of things. Where do you want to go with it now, Martha?
Okay, so as I mentioned, we are unfortunately starting to see, a lot more of the inclement weather. Whether you believe in global warming or not, unfortunately, we see a lot more of the fires, where there's a lot more of the earthquakes. And, again, as I mentioned, we just saw there was an earthquake yesterday in Northern California. So Southern California Edison is really looking to partner with the PVA and other communities to really make sure that they are providing resource information to members, to constituents, particularly those that are in the high fire zone, to make sure that people are aware of some of the resources that are available. So we talked a little bit about the portable power stations that are available, and so I wanted to just give a little bit more information about that. A power, now again, if you are someone who lives in an apartment, and in particular someone who lives in a high fire risk area, the portable power station would be something of resource to you. And a portable power station can provide emergency backup power for small devices and household appliances like your laptops, mobile phones, tablets, and some of your internet routers. And they started this program in September of 2022. Again, if you qualify and live in an area designated as a Tier 2 or a Tier 3 high-risk fire area, you could receive up to $150 in rebate for your services as well, if you have an account with Southern California Edison. Also, for those that are, again, in more of a critical need for power for medical equipment, again, it's recommended for participants in the critical care backup battery program, again, who need electricity to power their breathing devices, their power wheelchairs, and things like that. Portable generators are available. And a portable generator may be available to provide that emergency backup power for a large household appliance or devices, again, your refrigerators, your lighting, water pumps, garage doors. So this is kind of geared more for your homeowners. And again, this was also something established September 1st of 2022. And if you qualify, you could receive up to a $200 rebate or a $600 rebate for customers who are income qualified or are on what's called the Medical Baseline Allowance Program. So again, you have to live in your, Tier 2 or Tier 3, which is the high fire risk area, and again, have you're part of this Medical Baseline Allowance Program. So you actually get, it looks like a rebate off of your bill, and as well as eligibility for a portable generator that can help keep some of that important equipment that you need on. So, and the third program that I want to mention is a self-generation incentive. It's recommended for customers interested in installing, any kind of more higher equipment to just, again, if you're trying to reduce some of the greenhouse gas emissions, you can reach out to them and learn more about the self-generation incentives. But
when you say self-generation incentive, can you explain something like an example or?
So this program, self-generation incentive program, offers rebates and incentives to residential and business customers who generate their own power. So again, as we're looking to make sure that we get information out to different members, we want to make sure that we're just kind of sharing that. And again, for people who have, who live in the higher fire risk areas, they use a different kind of power source.
You mean like solar or generator or
exactly.
Wind?
So those are also available, for information. And then the critical care backup battery program is recommended for customers who expect to kind of have a required use of electricity, to power their medical devices.
Right.
And this critical care backup battery program supplies a free backup battery exclusively for customers in high fire risk areas who are enrolled in that medical baseline program. So again, those free generators. And also, what people may not know is that if you are experiencing an extended power outage that can, take several days, there are participating hotels who give extended discounts and participate in a discount program with Southern California Edison. So that's also very important, because I think when people get displaced, and in particularly with a fire, we know that it happens pretty quickly, right? There's not a lot of time to plan, but just knowing that there are hotels that are participating in this program that offer rebates, discounts and rebates in the event of a wildfire or a extended power shutoff. There's also food that's available. So these are also two really big, important pieces of information that we want to share in the event of a wildfire or a extended power shutoff during a wildfire. So really important, really good information. You can go to the Southern California Edison website and Google. And again, it's always better to have this information ahead of time before, an event like a wildfire or an extended power shutoff, just so that you have all of the information firsthand.
Makes a lot of sense, and if you need, again, more information, you can give us a call at area code 562-826-5713 or send us an email at info@pvacc.org. That's P as in Paul, V as in Victor, Alpha, Charlie.org.
And then also the Southern California Edison website,
Yes.
very easy, SCE.com. So Southern California
SCE.com.
Edison.com. And then we will also be putting more of this information on our PVA website as well. So the PVACC.org website will also have a resource page with some of these sheets of information. But SCE.com is also a very easy and accessible website to get this information directly from Southern California.
Absolutely. Since we're talking about, Edison, I guess we can throw in a sprinkle of some of our other sponsors who kind of, they're making this thing for us at the PVACC at our chapter. We have been really, really, really involved in a lot of things, and it's just like, boom, you meet somebody and they bring on someone else. It's almost like a what do you call it? A pyramid of sponsors. Just we have been very fortunate at our chapter in Long Beach to be able to come across all these things, and it's a lot of networking that goes around with it. Martha, she's out in the community. I'm out in the community. Our board of directors are out in the community. We even have members who are out in the community, and they're bringing us this information. We take the information and we put it to, we just put it all together and kind of call and meet someone. And it doesn't get done if you don't meet anyone. So networking is a must, especially when it comes to trying to deliver goods and services to our members, which is the paralyzed veterans and disabled people as well. But in general, it's veterans, disabled veterans, and disabled people. And some people who are not disabled, they need help as well. So we're out looking out for everyone and not just just a small group. It's all inclusive. We'll talk more about that later on, especially coming in the new year. But right now we're winding down the year. Of course, the holiday mode is on right now. We just had Thanksgiving, and so let's keep on keeping on. That's what we will do. And so Martha, let's see where we at. Are we're not up for a break yet, but.
No, and I just want to talk about something you mentioned,
Yes,
is that
go ahead.
in the spirit of inclusivity, again, these resources and programs are not exclusive for veterans, although the PVA's focus is veterans, and we are always constantly looking at, keeping our veteran community connected. But this is, these are resources for everyone. So senior citizens, those that are on fixed incomes, those that may have some pressing health issues and concerns. So we want to make sure that we highlight that and amplify that very, very loudly, that this is, you could be anyone and may have, an issue or a need or need some help and support. So, there's several programs that they have to help just even manage and pay for your bill. So again, it could be medical issues. It could be, income. You could be switching jobs. You could have had a new addition to the family. It doesn't always necessarily have to be, a down and out or a bad time. It could be, like I said, something else that's contributing to the need for community help and resources and support. So several programs that they offer to help manage your bill. Again, it's good to call or jump on the website to see if you're eligible or qualified for any of these programs. There's the California Alternative Rate for Energy, which is called the CARE program, the Family Electric Rate Assistance Program, which is called the FARA program, the the Energy Savings Assistance Program, which is called the ESSA program, the Area Management Plan program, which is called the AMP program. I mentioned the Medical Baseline Allowance program, which is called the MBL program. But again, they help you budget. If you need help, with your bills and budgeting, they also offer those services. There's energy assistance, an energy assistance fund, which is EAF, and then again, a low-income home energy assistance program, and that's LIHEAP. So it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to be a veteran. Again, you don't have to be, a disabled veteran. You can be anyone that might be in need of help and assistance. So we want to make sure we encourage you to go to the SCE website to take a look and see if you qualify for any of those programs. And there's, I just listed about 8 programs right there. And it's really exciting to see that they have just the depth of resources available. There's a community resource guide right on the website that you can print or download. Again, very user-friendly information about, their rebates and incentives and programs, and just really proud to be partnering with Southern California Edison to just share this wonderful information with their constituents. And again, besides the fact of that, we're dealing with inclement weather and in particular the fires, it looks like there's a lot more there for help and assistance for people who need it.
Absolutely. And so we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and get right back into it. All right.
KCAA Radio has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio, where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation, or call our CEO for details, 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
All right. We are back. I'm your host, Charles Whitehead, and the hostess, Martha Varela, and we were talking about resources that Southern California Edison has been putting out there, and we've been tasked to try to get the message out. And so we'll give you some more resources in this segment. So, Martha, tell us a little bit more of what, and these resources are for everyone, not just veterans or disabled people. They're for everyone, anyone who needs it, because everybody knows that not only disabled people or veterans are, have hard times. And so this is where we come to give the message.
Yes, And as we know, a lot of times the holidays aren't always the happiest times for everyone. And unfortunately, we feel that pressure and the crunch of trying to make ends meet and make, the money stretch, trying to pull it all together for our families and our children. So a lot of times that it contributes to the stress load, the stress levels. So we want to make sure that we're sharing resources, to help families just in general, because as I mentioned, the holidays aren't always, the best times in terms of financial times, right? And we see oftentimes the stress and struggles that families go through just to make ends meet. So one of those resources that I want to share, and again, this is all information that you can find on the SCE website if you do want to click on there and get some more information. But most people know about 211. And 211, you can, get online and punch in 211.org to find out anything that you need, information about resource help, information or resource information, any kind of financial help and assistance, you can find out through 211. And it really is a comprehensive source of information about local resources and services, everything from food, finances, programs, holidays, events, activities. A lot of times, parents and families don't know that there are family-friendly holiday programs that are going on in the community that can help, and whether that's getting a couple extra gifts under the trees for your children or free food. There's lots of turkey giveaways. We were also very fortunate to partner with the LA Food Bank for Thanksgiving for our members and our constituents. And again, it's not just specifically for veterans. We can also provide, these resources for free to anyone and everyone in need. So it's really important that you find a resource like a 211 and become familiar with it. So in the event that you need help with whatever, in this case, we were partnering with the LA Food Bank, another big supporter and sponsor of the PVA, and we got free turkeys and chickens that we provided for people to use for their Thanksgiving holiday meal. Now, I don't know as of yet if we're going to be able to get a donation for Christmas. Hopefully we will. But, if we can help free up money on the food table, that might, free up a little bit money to use for, a bill or a utility, something or other, then that's something that we, want to be able to help do. So as I mentioned, there's lots of different resources available for the holiday season, whether it's gift-giving programs, food giveaways, free family activities, and 211.org is a very, very, very good resource to use and become familiar with in the event that you need help.
Is that 211 a local or is it national, or so if I call 211, if I go on and hit 211.org on my computer, will it take me to like the local resources, or is it a national program? So is it like city breakdowns, or like specific counties, or things like that? So just kind of like so people will know.
It is both. It's both. But if you call 211 from here, it'll reroute you to the local 211. But you can call 211 from anywhere. So it is both, a nationwide program, but it earmarks you, steers you into the local, the circle of resources in the area that you're in.
Now that's
so when you call.
So that's an online thing, but is there a 211 to call, or just?
Yes, you can call 211, or you can go online and access 211.org.
Okay.
So both, correct.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Because a lot of times people don't know about these resources.
Right.
I wouldn't have known to call 211.
Right. Right. And especially with the holidays, a lot of people don't know that the communities are also trying to do their part, by providing these family-friendly events and activities, like I said, toy drives and gift giveaways, dinners, and again, that can help free up, some space to use in other areas if you're, behind on your electric bill, or there's some other, resources I'll share here in just a minute about getting some discounts on your phone bill. But yeah, take a look at that website, 211.org, for more information.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like some great information to know where to get things. I mean, and I'll just touch up on the Thanksgiving. We as in the California chapter, we've served Thanksgiving dinner to our members, or then just the people in our spinal cord injury unit at the VA on Thursday. And I got to tell you, getting those turkeys, and I mean, we were tasked to give out a bunch of turkeys and chickens, and the members, not only did the board of directors and the staff chip in, but we had members who were like doing, just coming in, and it was fun. It was like a busy two or 3 days. We had all of these things. We got them out there, and we made sure, because I mean, food insecurity is nothing to be proud of, or so no one should be starving. Yes, yes, and so it was good, and I got to give it up to the whole crew. We all pitched in, and we made it happen. So okay, Martha.
Yes,
so
and
go
there's
ahead.
resources there, that are available. Like I said, it's sometimes you just don't know. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be, these are, there's reputable businesses like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Amazon, that, do their due diligence as socially responsible businesses and donate food down that they just couldn't sell at the store. So for example, with Trader Joe's, they know that, if food is set to expire in a week, instead of it going into the trash, they pull it from the shelf and donate it down, whether it's to the local food bank, to the local church, or to the larger, LA food bank here in LA. These sort of corporations and businesses are shifting the mindset of what maybe they once were in the past, where, things did, used to go straight to the trash can. So, it's a way for us to partner, with businesses and business communities alike, to make sure that, again, these great food, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Amazon, this great quality food is not ending up in the landfill somewhere, but into the hands of the families that need it, into the homes of families that need it. And why not, during a time like Christmas or Thanksgiving or the holidays, to really access some of these resources and find out about, some of these programs. You'd never know. You would never know. And again, we're very thankful at the PVA to have recently also secured our partnership with the LA Food Bank, so we can continue to provide meals, not just to our inpatient members in the hospital, but also to our membership at large. And again, this food is available for any family in Long Beach, any family in the surrounding area. So if you want to call us and you want to come by, we just started a very small food pantry with the help of the American Heart Association, the Niagara Water Company. So we can put together, small bags of groceries for families to take home. Again, right now it's limited to dry food, canned goods. And so, we can definitely help lighten the load a little bit this holiday season through our food pantry. So if anybody is interested or knows a family in need, please feel free to give us a call. Again, we haven't gotten any word on what the Christmas holiday donation may look like, but we're very hopeful that we'll be able to find out some good information soon about some food items that we can help for families. But if anyone is in need, please reach out.
Reach out. Area code 562-826-5713. That's the office. Or send us an email at info@pvacc.org. That's info@pv as in Victor acc.org. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back with our last segment, we'll wrap up things and tell you what's going on later.
Has openings for 1-hour talk shows. If you want to host a radio show, now is the time. Make KCAA your flagship station. Our rates are affordable and our services are second to none. We broadcast to a population of 5 million people. Plus, we stream and podcast on all major online audio and video systems. If you've been thinking about broadcasting a weekly radio program on Real Radio plus the internet, contact our CEO at 281-599-9800. 281-599-9800. You can Skype your show from your home to our Redlands, California studio, where our live producers and engineers are ready to work with you personally. A radio program on KCAA is the perfect work from home avocation in these stressful times. Just type kcaaradio.com into your browser to learn more about hosting a show on the best station in the nation, or call our CEO for details, 281-599-9800.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
All right. We are back. This is our last segment, and we're going to kind of wrap it up and tell you some of the things that we have been involved with and then are going to be involved with over here at the Paralyzed Vets of America, the PVA. For one, again, we talked about Thanksgiving, but we're having a, what do you call this again, a Christmas party at the VA. If you're out and about in our neighborhood, come check it out on Tuesday. It'll be outside in Mobility Park, which is right outside of the spinal cord injury unit at the Long Beach VA, and which is on 5901 East 7th Street in Long Beach. Martha,
Yes. So we're having a holiday party with a community partner, the Triumph Foundation.
Yes.
They will be providing some really good information for those that have experienced spinal cord injury. Again, you don't have to be a veteran, although it is located at the VA hospital. Starts at 10 a.m. on Tuesday and will go to about 3 o'clock. So if anyone is in the neighborhood or would like to come by and say hello, you're more than welcome to do so. We also will be planning a Christmas meal for our inpatient members and those veterans that unfortunately will be in the hospital this holiday season. We're always looking for volunteers, so if you're interested in, helping serve food or plating food, delivering food to veterans on Christmas for the Christmas holiday, please reach out. Again, we're always interested and very thankful for volunteers and getting folks in to help just make sure that we're spreading the holiday cheer. We have not really gotten the specifics. We are also going to hopefully plan for a holiday party for our membership at large. We unfortunately, due to COVID, I think the last time we had a holiday party was a Zoom party of some sort, again, for safety purposes. As we know, the COVID pandemic was very serious for our population of people and for everyone. But safety was the highest priority for us during that time. So we're not open did not have a holiday party of any kind. It's been about 4 years. So we're looking to kind of plan something for the holiday for our members. So if there's anyone out there that's interested or has some resources that might help make that a success for our holiday planning efforts, please feel free to reach out. I think we've kind of safely can say we've turned the corner. And again, looking to do something festive for our membership at large. Because as those of you may not know, the PVA has a membership of over 600 at any given time. 80 to 100 maybe in the hospital. We've got about 10 to 12 that actually live in the long-term care wing facility of the VA hospital. But the other 3 wards are, our members who are coming and going, whether it's for routine doctor's appointments or doctor's visits, or unfortunately if they find themselves a little bit more, dealing with a little bit more serious health issues or health concerns. And so we want to make sure that we provide, something this holiday season for all of our members. So if anyone is interested, again, we're always looking for volunteers. You can reach out to us, shoot us an email at info@pvacc.org. And I think, again, with the gracious sponsorships from the LA Food Bank, the American Heart Association, the Niagara Water Company, and or Niagara Cares, and the Southern California Edison, we're very thankful that we've been able to do what we have been able to do so far for the Thanksgiving holiday and then ramping up for the Christmas holiday. So really excited about that as well.
Yes, and I like to throw in that because I am a music person, our part of our sponsorship comes from Per Se, the band, which is I'm affiliated with, but the music is my passion, and so when I go to these events, if they don't have music, I always bring it up. Do you have music? And it changes things. It brings it. It changes the whole dynamic. So if you know someone who has an event and they need some real music, like whether it's a band or a DJ or whatever, just somebody to give us a call at pvacc.org. We can do that too. We can make because our goal is to make sure that our members are out and about in the community, whether it's recreational or whatever. We want people to be able to live, and we have this Joe Fox reimbursement program that for our members. So if you're interested in being a member of PVACC, give us a call or shoot us an email, pvacc.org or 562-826-5713. That's our telephone number at the office. We have 2 minutes, Martha, so let's wrap it up. Tell us what we have, what we're doing, some of the immediate events. I can tell you this much: we're looking to host a billiards tournament. We just had a pickleball tournament. We're looking for. You got to help me on this one, Martha, because there's so many things.
Flying wheels basketball program.
Mm-hmm.
And then also possibly a bocce tournament coming up this spring. So we're trying to get our sports programming back up and running with the help of our national office. So as you mentioned, we've got a brand new facility that's getting ready to open back up on the Long Beach VA campus. There's been some exciting new construction going on, and from what we were told, the facility should be done in the next couple of months. So there's pickleball courts, basketball courts, and so we'll see a lot more activity happening right on the campus. And again, we're always looking for people to come and participate, so you're welcome to join us. But very exciting new construction that is nearing completion of our multi-sport purposeful.
Yes, and
yes, in the back.
And just to throw it out there, if you are interested in a music songwriting class, you can give me a call. Give us a call at the office or at the VA. They have some things too. We're going to wrap it up, but I'm your host, Charles Whitehead, and I have my host, the host, Martha Varela, and we are part of the Cool Veteran Show, where the topics are hot and the people are cool. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.
Our sponsor, Pacific Vintage Development of